Good evening and welcome to another episode of the Shadows of New Orleans. Tonight, we are joining both Victoria and Finger as they've both been separately requested to a meeting with Silvestro Corolla, who is known as the head of the largest crime family, simply called the family. Originally the Matranga crime family. He's asked them both to meet, that he has a particular matter the family is concerned with that he would like to discuss with the two of them. As Finger would be familiar with, Sam here, as he prefers to go by, will invite you to meet at a small diner downtown. Nothing special. Later at night. When you would arrive, he'd already be seated in a larger booth with a cup of coffee.
Finger will show up. He'll walk inside the place, just like any other patron. Walks on to the booth and says, "Hello, sir. It is very wonderful to meet you again. How are you?"
Well, I wish I could say we were meeting on more pleasant business. Not that it's going to be unpleasant between you and I, but it's unpleasant family business that I have to seek out others to assist with. But it's a fine evening, and I'm meeting with fellow professionals who understand the nature of business. So overall, I must say that I'm well.
Is smoking allowed inside this restaurant?
No, that's a good question. I don't know if it is or not. So we'll say yeah.
Yeah? Okay, then Vicky's gonna come strolling in with her almost trademark small cigar. She's dressed a little nicer, like, she's got a blouse on versus like just a leather jacket and tank top. But there's definitely still that ruggedness about her as she approaches.
And now you would kind of know who Silver Dollar Sam is. He's whispered about. There's a lot of rumors that he had died in the 70s and wasn't actually part of the family anymore. But he was the one that really turned the family into what it was, rather than just a street gang.
Mm-hmm.
And as he stands up, he'll hold out his hand to you.
And she will take it and shake it.
He actually will take your hand and kiss the back of it, and he said, "Good evening, Lady Victoria. I'm given to understand you've been integral in a couple of matters on behalf of the family, and I'm pleased to have the opportunity to meet with you personally."
It's a pleasure. Always happy to help, she says with a grin.
I do not believe we have had the pleasure.
Well, good evening, sir. And she'll extend her hand to him.
And he'll shake it.
Victoria.
I am Finger Culebra. Very nice to meet you.
Hmm.
I know that, asshat. I'm lying. You mean to roll?
It's a
All right.
pleasure to be formally introduced then. I've heard of some of your work.
Really? Oh, I tried to keep a low profile. I must do better.
Perhaps I just listened to the right people.
Sam chuckled when you said you'd keep a low profile.
Well, there are some people who do not know who I am, Sam. Sam. I cannot stop all talk from those with loose lips, and if my escapades have grown beyond my control and understanding, it is a thing that I must suffer through.
Oh, the suffering.
Yes, it is powerful. Now, how may I assist you, and what do you, young lady, have to do with his business?
Um, friend of the family, you might say.
A friend of the family, eh? Well, then. Well, if you say it, it must be true. So, what can I do you for?
Well, you see, a few weeks passed. You might recall there was a matter of some trucking company having some labor troubles.
I do recall hearing such a thing, but it is not. It is beyond my reach and understanding. So I simply dismissed it as, oh, that's interesting.
Well, during those troubles, a couple of that trucking company's grounded vehicles were appropriated.
What?
Miss Victoria here assisted in appropriately handling some asset acquisition on behalf of us, including bringing them to one of our warehouses to be properly transitioned into use.
Stay on.
Unfortunately, while doing so, a independent party that had acted under the pretense of assisting Miss Victoria put us in a poor position.
Well, one does need to be outmaneuvered.
Well, once he was in our warehouse and working on these trucks, a tracking device was triggered and he proceeded as they left to leave live tracking devices in our warehouse while making off with the vehicle, thus drawing both the company and the police to question why the tracking device for a stolen vehicle full of expensive cargo was in my warehouse, which happened to be full of other cargo that I hadn't declared.
Well, that sounds like you have a bit of a you've ordered too large a po' boy, and I do not believe you can finish it.
Well, the matter was resolved, but it was at no small expense to the family.
That is the cost of doing business. I believe that is what they say.
It's true. However, when I find my business has large expenses, I like to ensure that they are not repeated.
Ah,
Waste not, want not, as it were.
yes. Seems to be a smart business practice, sir.
So,
Not aware of what I can do.
well, you know certain people just as well as I do, and well, we're putting out the call. Miss Victoria here is the opportunity to advance herself within the family as well by assisting in the location and apprehension and or resolution of this individual. However, well, you may be able to assist in tracking him down and potentially ensuring that we don't have any repeat conflicts with him. More importantly, what I do know you can do is make sure that whatever it is he is trying to do with property that he both stole and then falsely offered to family is not successful. See, whatever he wants to do with that truck, he's going to have to be driving it somewhere. He's going to be transporting cargo, probably picking cargo up or receiving it somewhere. And he's going to need to get other materials. So, I don't have a name for this fellow, but what I do have is a very high definition set of cameras in my warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
So I would ask that between you and Miss Victoria here, we put a name to the face, as it were, and ensure that his packages, deliveries, orders, and, well, any other matters coming in or out of the city involving him meet with, obstacles, severe scrutiny, and any other manner of difficulties.
And how permanent of a resolution are we looking at?
Oh, well. I mean, normally I'd say someone clever enough to work as an independent contractor. I would suggest to offer employment to. However, the particular matter is that he's already cost me a fair amount of money, and therefore it's not worth investing in as an employee. So, we can drive him out of the city, eliminate him, force him into bankruptcy and unemployment.
As you have not specified any particular preference, I shall get creative. And is this a favor?
Well, it can be a favor or it can be a contract agreement if there's something I can do for you immediately.
I'll do you this favor. I shall put the kibosh on his operation and attempt to ferret out this individual. Do you want him?
Well, I do like documentation of a job well done. However, that being said, I don't necessarily need him in person.
Mm-hmm. Then, Miss Victoria, you are in the
message delivery service.
You deliver messages to individuals. Yes. Well, simple thing. I will take care of it. However, in as much as I'm doing you a favor, might I ask for one favor in return?
I'm certain something can be arranged.
Yes. So, upon receipt of final confirmation, we shall talk price then. Talk favor, equality, as it were.
Well, that would probably be the best time. Will give me a better scope of understanding of what exactly you invested, so I make sure you are not underpaid.
Ah, yes. Equal compensation is the hallmark of a good business deal. Don't you all agree?
Vicky will nod.
That being said,
One thing. I deal with you. Do not deal with any underlings or go-betweens or any other such nonsense. I'm putting my neck out on the line and exposing myself to scrutiny, unwanted scrutiny. I would at least prefer if you would do me the courtesy of being the one who I interact with.
well, when we are speaking of business on a level in which we work, it would be the most practical, would it not? Neither of us looking to jump through hoops, as it were.
And Miss Victoria,
Yes, my dear.
what sort of compensation would you be seeking for your assistance?
Let's see. I'm sure that can be worked out. Just probably just my usual delivery fees.
Well, okay then. It will take a few days to get the ball rolling on my end, and then me and you can meet up vis-a-vis the actual location of said individual. Does that meet with your liking, Miss Victoria?
Several days. Working slow. But that's fine.
Yeah.
All in good time. Right?
Of course, yes. I am Southern and have all the time in the world, but I can see how this individual would cause our mutual friend some level of discomfort. So, in order to put him at ease, I will move as fast as the other people that I will be contacting will allow me.
Wonderful.
Will that be all?
Well, on some slightly more pleasant business, I thought you might like to know that my high priority delivery did make it just fine. And as you say that, the woman pictured there will walk in.
Wonderful.
And she'll come up and she'll say, "Why, Sam, this must be Mr. Finger that you told me about." And she looks at you.
I am indeed. Finger Clever. Very nice to meet you. Enchanted, Aggie.
She says, "It is a pleasure. My name is Katina Corolla. Sam here is my nephew." And,
well, age has treated you well.
I had some rather important personal effects that were being shipped in, and Sam tells me that your arrangement allowed us to ensure that we receive them with no issue.
I have been known to get things to people who need them from time to time.
Well, we appreciate it, and we do look forward to continuing business with you. Hopefully, we can resolve some of these unpleasantries and have more profitable business in the future.
Profits are what we all strive for.
It would be much better if we could both be obtaining other people's money rather than simply passing our own back and forth.
Well, the acquisition of wealth is the acquisition of wealth.
It is, but I prefer acquisition to redistribution.
Ah, pragmatic woman. Yes. Go
Miss
get
Vic-
her.
Miss Victoria, I'm given to understand that you were responsible for arranging the acquisition of the assets that we did receive, and that while you were duped by the independent operator that joined with you, you still managed to ensure a significant volume of goods made it to us. And we appreciate that. Certainly,
Of course.
package delivery above and beyond simply those assigned is always benefit. We enjoy seeing initiative.
Initiative is what gets you places.
I would agree. I think should this particular endeavor get resolved satisfactorily with no issues, we'll have opportunities for you well above simple package delivery in this organization.
She will smile at that. I'll likely have it dealt with by the end of the week.
Well, it seems we all have our marching orders, and we have met who we need to meet, and we know what we need to do. By week's end, this should be resolved.
I suppose you and I should exchange numbers to make sure we can get back in contact with each other.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I happen to have a card with a phone number on it.
She'll put the cigar in her mouth and take the card and punch it into her phone, then hand him back the card and then send him a text.
You don't hear a phone beep.
That's fine.
Ladies, gentlemen,
And they both give, Sam will give you a handshake and Bettina gives you a polite nod.
all right. Miss Vicky, I hope that we have a wonderful interaction.
It will be stellar, I'm certain.
Yes, ma'am. He nods and he walks out. Go get on the phone and calling folks.
If there's
Alright.
nothing else you have need of me, sir, ma'am.
And they'll both give you a nod, and Sam says, appreciate your prompt response. We will certainly look forward to seeing how this progresses, but I don't think there's anything further at this time unless there's anything you feel you need to requisition to get this done.
No, I have everything I need. And I'm pretty certain I know where I can find him, so this will be quick work.
Excellent. Well, then I will bid you good evening.
And she'll give them both a very polite nodding bow, kind of a nodding bow, and make her way out.
And once you have left, they both get up and walk out as well.
Probably where we can end the scene if you want.
I think so, unless either of you have anything specific you need to do in scene before we wrap it up.
Oh, I'm all good.
I'm good.
All right, well, then this has been the Shadows of New Orleans scene, meeting with the heads of the family. Thank you, players, for playing, watchers for watching, and we look forward to seeing you another night.